Hi everyone, my name's Britton Cline, Ad Sales Manager, and welcome to this special edition of Marketing Minutes by Scuba Diving Industry Magazine. And I'm actually here with Jim Elliott, who's been on the show before, but he's back with a couple cool updates. So just to dive right into things, man, how have you been? What's the good word on the movie? Is there any new details that you're able to share at this time?
Yeah, well, I'm better than I deserve, to be honest with you. This is our 25th anniversary, so we're very excited about that. Happy to be here at the show with you guys.
Great to be
Thanks
here
for
with
having
you.
us.
Yes, sir.
And then, yeah, some really cool updates. We just finished presenting the Mayo Clinic the 4th year in a row at their annual conference in Cozumel, Mexico. That was very cool.
Awesome.
And then we always bring a doctor, some specialist to be there to talk about the technical stuff above my pay grade.
Right.
And then, of course, the movie, Sharing Air, which is based on a book that I wrote with a colleague from the Chicago Tribune who was dying of cancer. And I said, what's on your bucket list? She said, I want to make a movie. I said, well, I got a story. And we spent 2 years writing it. Yeah. David Marsh, our filmmaker, who's done Adapting to Dive and the Legend of the Statue documentaries, which have both won awards at film festivals, got a hold of it, did a script, as you know, did the movie, finished editing it. We did our first little screening to critics to cut it down and slice it up and stuff. And that was like this last week. So we're hoping, I mean, Sundance is a goal, but we're hoping that we can, also find somebody to just take it out there on the market.
Totally. Dang, man, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So that's one heck of an update. I'm so stoked to hear about that. Last question, has there been any update on the deep pool project?
Well, we've been chasing this a long time, and for people who don't know how it started, I'm training instructors in Houston. Some people are with Boeing and Lockheed. They go, you want to tour the neutral buoyancy lab? And I said, sure. Went there, saw a 40-foot pool, astronauts in the water with divers, the space station replica there. I go, well, I want one. So came back to Chicago, got a bunch of guys lined up, architects and engineers, went to the VA hospital at Hines. Proposal went all the way to Washington. So while it's in Washington, doctors from Hopkins take some of our veterans with spinal cord injuries and PTSD and said, Jim, if you go to 66 feet, they do this research, you get this extra output of serotonin. So they said 80% of the PTSD symptoms were alleviated during their pilot study. Now this was John Hopkins, 2011. So I go, 40-foot pool, 66-foot pool, we need a deeper pool.
Right.
And at the time, that 15 years ago or whatever, there was none out there. I mean, Nemo 33 in Brussels was 33 meters, which is not 130 feet.
Right.
So all of a sudden, we put our drawings out there and everything. Now you got Dubai, you got Italy, so we designed a pool. It took us 6 years to get 3 patents on it, and now we have these patents on this design that basically telescopes up and out, has a 10-foot ledge at every atmosphere, so you can put teams of 4 divers 15 feet apart, and at capacity, we could put almost 300 people in the pool. So we've been, I know that in our database, we don't have anybody to write a check for this. So, we're like throwing the long ball, getting media here and there around the world. And all of a sudden we have a guy in the UK that wants to help us out. And when I mentioned the cost of this $300 million, it didn't seem to bother him. And so I'm
beautiful.
I don't want to screw it up.
For sure.
So I can't mention who or what, but I can tell you that we're changing where we had 12 acres of land near Great Lakes Naval Base. We're going to be moving that to the neighborhood we're in the western suburbs, 30 minutes from O'Hare and Midway, which is critical because it's going to be a worldwide destination.
Totally.
So, that's kind of where we're at. Just kind of, keeping our fingers
all
crossed.
Goes well. Jim, it is such a pleasure and always very, very cool conversation to get to talk to you. So thank you again for joining us, man, and I wish nothing but the best, and I'm very excited to hear more details as they come along.
We're going to do great things together, brother.
Absolutely will. Absolutely will. So thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you guys next time.
All right. Thanks.
All right.